Early in the morning, the man was surprised to discover a duck trapped under the frozen ice in the stream behind his house. The animal panicked, thrashing about and repeatedly banging its head against the ice in an attempt to escape, and gasped for air. But all efforts were in vain. Its strength gradually waned, and its body began to wither from the cold. Without a moment's hesitation, the man immediately broke through the ice and reached down to pull the duck up before it was swept away by the current. At that moment, the animal's body was ice cold, its fur was soaking wet, and it was barely moving. He quickly brought the duck home and used a hairdryer to warm its body and dry its feathers. After being warmed up for a while, the duckling gradually opened its eyes again and began to react. The man carefully gave it sips of warm water to help it regain its strength. Having just returned from the brink of death, the duck silently gazed at the stranger before it with a look of intense curiosity. To be on the safe side, he took the animal to the veterinary hospital for a health check and IV fluids. After examination, the doctors confirmed that the duck had not suffered any serious injuries and only needed continued care to fully recover. Knowing that the duck had wandered off and had nowhere to go, the man decided to take it home and adopt it. Since then, the two have become inseparable friends. The duck always waddled after the man everywhere in the house. When it was time to rest, it would tilt its head to look at its owner, then obediently stand beside the bed waiting for him to wake up. At each meal, the animal happily runs to its familiar bowl and eats with great relish. As it grew older, the duck would often leisurely swim in the stream behind the house and then lie in the sun amidst the peaceful scenery. As time passed, it matured and began laying its first eggs. Before long, those eggs hatched one by one into a flock of healthy ducklings. The man continued to care for the entire flock of ducklings with all the tenderness he had shown on the first day. Ducks are waterfowl, with feathers that help retain heat very well. But if immersed in cold water for too long, they can still suffer from hypothermia and quickly become exhausted. When cared for in a safe environment, they can remember their owners and gradually develop trust through daily interaction. This story is proof that a single, timely act of rescue can give a tiny life and generations to come a completely different future.